quick tour around this, the Honor 7, which is actually from Huawei, and it just says there down the bottom here, powered by Huawei. Now, just while we've got this super duper close-up shot, I just wanted to show you the design there at the bottom and the top of the handset. It's a very nice finish to the handset. Here is the fingerprint reader just above the Honor logo, 20 megapixel camera, which is brilliant, and the flash. And also at the front we have a flash as well, right there, and that helps with your selfies. And you can turn it on, leave it on, a little bit like a soft torch, which will make it nice and light. And you can also have it flash in your face if you wish. But here on the right hand side we have the power button, the volume down and the volume up. You can see here just how nice this finish is. It meets the white plastic frontage very nicely indeed. We've got there's a fingerprint sensor which actually vibrates when it doesn't correctly recognize the fingerprint. On this side, on the left hand side here, we have this multifunction button which you can get it to do whatever you want it to do. I've got it to activate the camera. We've got the SIM card tray, which you can put 2 SIM cards in here, or a SIM card and a micro SD storage card, which is what I'm using it for. It slopes around to the top there, got 3.5mm audio, the infrared that side, and an external microphone for reducing background noise. Some very good, when it focuses, very good speakers, I must admit, either side of the micro USB port. This is the main screen. There's no capacitive buttons on here, and the battery isn't removable. Now, I have programmed both fingers to talk to this phone, and it will unlock the screen. Now, it's completely sort of in standby mode, and if I touch the back like this, it will unlock. Same with this handset. My finger rests on there naturally and it unlocks. Now, I'll program both fingerprints to do this, and it is very quick. It's very rare that it says that it's a wrong fingerprint when it is actually the correct finger. You can go into Fingerprint ID, you can set all this up, fingerprint management, you can add in new fingerprints. You have to put an unlock password in to access that particular area, which I'll do off camera, even though it doesn't really matter too much. But you can see my 2 fingerprint IDs there. You can add in a new fingerprint if maybe you want to use your thumb, or you want somebody else to use your phone. What else have we got here? So yes, the fingerprint will unlock the screen, and when it's down on the table and you don't really necessarily want to keep picking the thing up, you can just press the power button on the right hand side, and then you put in a 4-digit passcode, as you might do normally with most other phones. Here you can see here the touch control and hold functions. There's a lot of additional options here. So the fingerprint reader doesn't just read your fingerprint. You can touch it and hold it on the back to answer a call. You can turn that on or off. You can stop alarms. You can take a photo by touching and holding the fingerprint sensor. So if I touch and hold it now in the viewfinder screen, let's get into viewfinder screen, and I touch and hold it, it will take a photo. So it does various different additional things. Now, this being an Honor/Huawei device, so you've got downloadable themes which will completely and instantly change the way your phone looks. You can download them, you can customize the existing ones. It uses the EMUI or MUI, however you want to pronounce it, interface, which basically means you can quickly change the way your phone looks. Here you can change various bits and bobs, change the background and apply it. Same with the font, alter the font if you wish. Very quick and easy to do. You can see there, by the way, when I unlock this phone, you see how the background changes. It's just a nice little tweak there, just to make it look nice and swish. Now, we've got a load of icons here. You've got the phone manager, which is great. You can adjust sort of a harassment filter to stop any unwanted calls coming through. You can also scan your phone and use the phone accelerator to maybe reduce the amount of memory you're using. You can see here that apps running in the background tend to consume my memory. Now, this being again an Honor/Huawei phone, there's a lot of thought gone into this. So apps that run in the background, it'll say, hey, this app is running in the background, it's using a lot of your data, or it's using a lot of your battery. So here you can see the power saving. I can change the performance mode from performance to smart, and alter which apps are protected from being automatically shut down. So you can see here, these apps will never shut down when they're running in the background. WhatsApp, I don't really want that to shut down because I won't get any messages. Facebook, I do. Please shut that down when I'm not using it. Don't run it in the background. Don't use all my battery and my CPU and my memory and my data as well. And you can see here the consumption level, and traffic here shows you how much data you've been pulling down your precious mobile data connection. You can see which apps are wanting to use data, and you can see here that they're all at the moment set to use mobile data and Wi-Fi. But let's say you don't want to have Facebook or I don't know, say something of that nature taking up your precious data. You can tell it not to do that. You can basically say, hey Strava, I never want you to use data from my mobile package. That costs me quite a lot of money, so I'm turning that off. TuneIn Radio, I never want you to stream music over my mobile data because that is going to cost me a load of money. You can turn that off. Same with the system apps as well. You can stop those using mobile data, which is really good. And you can see which apps have been the most hungry data wise. You can see the Maps has used 23 meg of mobile data, and Chrome similar, just today that is. Now over the month I can see that Chrome, my browsing, has used 340 megs of my data package this month, so maybe need to cut that down, or maybe need to go into Chrome, let's say, and I can adjust the way that that is set up. We can go into settings, and we can maybe go into data saver. I can turn that on. So there's loads of functions and little additions here to help you use less battery, help you use less data, help you use less memory, to basically keep your phone running smoothly and quickly and not getting clogged up after a few months and you're having to hard reset it just to get it functioning as it did when you first bought it. So loads of extra bits on here. We've got some tools in here. We've got an FM radio, which I tried out earlier. It's very good. The external speakers here are very nice indeed. They're quite loud and they're quite deep and bassy. You've got the little features of audio recorder, a torch, which by the way you can access that from the lock screen here. So there's various different things that you can access even without putting your passcode in, like a torch like that. Great little idea, because you might not want to be fumbling around with your gloves on or whatever to find the back of the phone, and you can access that. Some apps I've put on here just to test it out: TuneIn Radio, Sky Plus, Chromecast, things like that. And the phone is operating very smoothly, very quickly. I'm very impressed with it, in fact. And this handset for the money, for £250 unlocked, is really rather good. I must admit, I'm very impressed with the Fingerprint ID. I'm very impressed with the battery, which I have not charged today, and I have used it like stink. And you can see here I've still got battery left, which is amazing for nearly 8 o'clock at night, I must admit. Let's see what other features you got. The one-handed UI, you can change to the one-handed UI by sliding your finger left or right on the navigation bar. You can do that, seeing that shrinks the size of the screen, and you can get it back again by tapping outside, and it brings it back up. Really good for when you're walking around. It is on the, you can't really stretch your thumb all the way across this screen, so the one-handed interface is really rather good. The smart key that I mentioned before here, you can program it here. It's one press, camera, two press, do something else maybe. So instead of the camera, I mean, everybody wants a camera key, or they used to want a camera key, a hardware camera button. But you can get that hardware camera button to do other things. You can get it to go straight into your dialer if you want. You can get to play your music immediately. Really good if you're on your bike or you're running around with your gloves on and you just want to play the music. You can set it to play music with one press, and then all you need to do is press that button there. Let's just unlock the phone first. And look, I've gone straight into the music. So I can start playing tunes through the, there we go, through the external speaker. Everything about this phone, I must admit, is very slick, very well built handset. It's a little thicker than handsets I normally look at, but to be honest, for the extra battery life, that trade-off is one I am prepared to make. The Honor 7 handset, very good.